Now let's talk about what the shorts have been doing. Ben Axler is the founder and chief investment officer of Spruce Capital, an unabashed short seller who joins me now. Ben, it is good to see you. Now, look, sir, Elizabeth Warren thinks you're a nuisance, not you personally, but you short sellers. She thinks that that short selling as a concept does not have nutrition for the market. So to our viewers tonight who say, well, what are all these short sellers doing and why are they doing it anyway? Isn't it bad? What would you say?
Well, I wholeheartedly disagree. I think short selling provides a value-added function to the market. You know, if you look at the current state of research affairs on Wall Street, most public companies have a majority, I would say 80% are buys and 20% are holds, and you rarely see an analyst come out and say sell or underweight. So you need a voice in the marketplace that lays out a variant view, what might be wrong with the company, what the analysts are missing, what could be governance flaws, what could be negative catalysts on the horizon, and what could be fundamental changes in the market that suggest earnings are going lower and not higher. And so there needs to be, I think, more short sellers in the marketplace to provide that counterbalance, not less.
So if, for the purpose of the next few questions, let's assume that shorts are good, then your strategy is wrong-footed if you get retail going against you, squeezing the short, so to speak. And I wonder how you, since you're now on notice that there are these millions of people who are prepared to go in, how are you going to change your short strategy?
Well, you raise a great point. We've clearly seen a new cohort or constituent in the marketplace being the engaged, retail trader getting involved. And so as a short seller, it's absolutely critical we know who's on the other side of the trade. Right now, there's no question there's a little bit of froth, maybe even bubble-like elements in the market driven by this cohort. So we definitely need to take a step back and think about, maybe looking at stocks that have a little bit more of an institutional shareholder base or a hedge fund shareholder base, one that we can communicate rationally with, and then come back to the retail cohort when they cool down a little bit and see that not all stocks go up, they come down. As you pointed out, GameStop from 500 now down to 100. You're starting to see some normalization, some rationalization, and hopefully retail learns the lesson that not everything goes up.
You said communicate rationally with the institutional investors. Now, I know what you mean. You're talking about those in the market who know that you've done this, you've shorted for a particular reason, and you're communicating that, etc., etc. But the retailers would say, this is exactly what's wrong with the market. You've shorted, you've communicated, institutionals. They are saying democratization is what this market needs to be about.
And I think that's exactly what Spruce Point's trying to do. If you go to our website, we lay out exactly the reasons why we're short the stock. We tend to take a little bit more of a forensic view. We interview former employees, customers, dig up hard-to-obtain information through Freedom of Information requests, and we share it. We make it available for free to the public. We don't charge anybody, the retail or the institutions, and we make it available to everyone at the same time. If there isn't anything more democratic, I don't know what there is. So I think we're really trying to change the way Wall Street consumes research and consumes variant information here.
I know you weren't in GameStop and those, or not to any extent, but from your knowledge, were the shorts? We know that some lost tens of millions. As we've seen the price come down today and yesterday, is it your knowledge that the retailers are now hurting, that they've lost money? Though, as always, those who were last in are now bearing the losses.
Sure. Well, there's no question. Look, the short interest has come down. If the goal was of the community was to cause a short squeeze, they certainly did a great job. And not only that, they selected a great stock that had over 100% of the float short. And so as the stock prices come down, undoubtedly there's been some covering. Maybe there's some new buyers involved, but I think it's going to take a little bit of time to play out. And ultimately, the stock will get back to the fair value. And if there was any indication of that, it could be $40 or thereabouts before the buying frenzy.
Ben, good to have you on the programme, sir. I'll be in touch. We need to know, and our viewers need to learn more about the delicate art. It's art or a science? It's an art, the art of shorting. And you're just the man to help us understand it. Lovely. Thank you, Ben Axler.